Hello and welcome to Flippin and Mashing, a podcast about pinball, stuff that I like, arcade games, video games, and stuff we watch, whatever is in our game rooms. This is Parnell, and with me, I went back in time, pulled his ass out of the past, brought him to the future. It is
Steve Walters.
Steven.
Yes.
It's been a while since your voice has graced us with your presence.
Well, thank you for having me back. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And having me back in your basement with all the cool pinball machines.
There's been a couple changes that you haven't seen.
Yeah. You have some really awesome new pinball machines.
He hasn't played them all. He's on a time crunch. So we will just record a little bit, and then if Steve comes back over, he can touch my balls.
Perfect. That's what I was hoping.
Yeah. So this will be a fun little episode. We're going to talk about what we've been playing. He actually has been playing some stuff that I have purchased, but I'm waiting for.
Which I think is bonkers. Okay, so what we're talking about right now is the brand new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, the 16-bit...
Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah, Shredder's Revenge. It's just like the old arcade games that we've all played a long time ago, and it is super awesome. But why in the world are you not able to play it?
So I like physical games to either keep forever,
sure,
and then not let them digitally cut me off if the console expires.
Yeah, understandable.
So I bought the physical one from Limited Run Games, which is the only maker of the physical, and they are like a 6-month wait.
Wow. So, because I mean, that blows me away because this game has already been out for a little bit now. It's been
maybe a month.
Yeah, probably at maximum. It's been out for a month now. But it is available for free as long as you have Game Pass. It's available for anyone to be able to just access and play digitally or over the cloud whenever they want, and it is a blast. So if you ever want to just get a taste of it, you can get like the $1 for the first month subscription or whatever it is, and then just play it.
That's what I was thinking about. I have the gold, and it probably expires soon. I'll probably have to up it. But I was going to do like 3 years of gold, and then I think you can pay $1 to get Game Pass to cover the whole 3 years.
Oh, really?
So I thought about doing it, but then I haven't played Xbox much.
Okay, well then, I mean...
I did have Call of Duty, and I've been...
Sure.
Well, it's been like a year, but I was crushing that. Oh, and then I got Halo Infinite.
Mm-hmm.
Single player campaign. I'm not in the multiplayer. On the Halo subreddit, everybody's freaking out, but I'm loving the single player.
Yeah, the single player is really fun.
But so I was thinking about doing the cloud to be able to play Shredder's Revenge because I don't know when I'm going to be able to play it, and I don't think it's going. They talked about crossplay, but it's not there yet. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know anything about that. I only know that if you are sitting. On the same screen, you can have up to, I think it's 6 people all playing at the same time, but that's not physically possible I don't think it's physically possible to have 6 controllers all in the same room playing it.
Not on Xbox.
Because, like, I have had 4 people playing it. My 2 sons, myself, and my partner. We all were playing it and having a blast, but I think to get all of the players, then you have to start pulling in like buddies from online at the same time.
That'd be fun. And then now this game lets you play like as April and Casey Jones and
Splinter.
I hear it's a really good new remaster of taking the old games, keeping the formula, keeping the feel, the look, but making it new.
Yeah. I think that one thing that's kind of cool about it is I don't remember if the old ones had this or not. Each character has slightly different stats.
Good, right? Like, you don't want them all the same.
Right. And they're very simplistic stats, which is like you have reach, which makes sense because you have some characters that have longer weapons and stuff. So
Pizza eating skills?
No, that's not one of the skills. But yeah, you got reach, speed, like just the ability, how fast they're able to attack, and then power. And then just with those 3 simple stats, and they're only rated on like a 3-star system.
Oh,
so
okay. So it's
really fast would be 3 stars, or a little bit, or not fast would be 1 star. So it's very simplistic.
Can you upgrade your character, or are you kind of just stuck with? Oh, okay, cool. No. So you're just you pick your jam.
Correct.
And go for it.
Right. And just based on those just slightly different variations, it makes each kind of character feel different. And they have supers. I don't think there was ever supers in the past.
Yeah, I don't remember. Like, I remember playing the 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games on NES,
Right.
and I do not remember Supers.
Either do I. I don't ever remember that happening. It just your basic attacks. Did they have dodge as well back then?
I don't think so. It was really just like walking away from your.
That's what I thought it was too. I thought it was just jumping. I think that was your only dodge ability was to jump.
Yeah, jump attack.
Right. Whereas here they have the ability to either flip backwards or flip forward. So if you want to catch up to somebody real quick and attack them before they can do anything, you can flip at them. Or if you want to just get away from it, you can flip away from them.
Did you get Streets of Rage 4?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you think this plays similar?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's that same kind of side-scrolling beat 'em up,
Correct.
but it feels.
I think it's better.
Oh, okay. So, but it feels like a new age because Streets of Rage 4, I have that, and I've played that, so my Streets of Rage shipped decently fast, I guess. But that game felt because I love Streets of Rage 2. That was my jam on Sega Genesis. But Streets of Rage 4 did a good job of taking like the old kind of feel, but making it feel new and like faster and refreshing. Some new things added. So it sounds like Ninja Turtles did the same thing, where it's like the old feel with good stuff that's new.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference for me is that Turtles is easier. Which some people out there are like, oh, it's just get good, but I think Streets of Rage for me, I hit kind of a wall and wasn't able to get past any more levels.
So hard,
right? So like the first, I think level or 2 are easy enough for me to get past, but then I hit a wall and wasn't able to progress. So then I just put it down and I didn't play anymore. Versus with Turtles, I think you have 3 different, maybe even 4 different levels of difficulty, and because of that, or at least also the more people you add into it to play along with you, that also is going to change it as well. Because if you have a whole bunch of people all hacking and slashing all at the same time, you're going to be able to beat up the enemy pretty quick.
Yeah. Do you remember the Ninja Turtles arcade game that we played?
Yes.
That was so freaking hard. It was like 2 or 3 continues before you even got to the end of the first level.
Correct. This is significantly better than that game. And that game I thought was fun. I enjoyed that game. But it consumed a lot of quarters. Wasn't worth your quarters. It was like one was a full $1 to play.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot of money when you're dying as rapidly as we were.
Yeah, I wanted to like it a lot. It just got annoying having to keep pumping money in to just beat the first level.
Correct. This is like a $9,000 game now.
Yeah. This is like, I'm trying to think. It's like worse than that Star Wars with the $3 and you get to fly in that little 3D thing.
Well, the thing is, the difference with that is you pay the $3 to play it, and then you get to play the whole entire level, and then you're done.
You get to beat the level.
Exactly. Whereas here, you're not guaranteed anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's sweet. Was there anything else you've been playing or comments on that game?
I've been playing some other games, but that I think is just the most substantial or the best game I've played recently.
I'm so excited for my copy to come. I think they were saying end of August or September, so I have a little time to wait, but I'm hoping cross-platform play comes out. And I know that like Xbox and Switch or Nintendo have been trying to work better together. Mm-hmm. There's some rumors of the GoldenEye game getting remastered. I mean, I guess it's already remastered and leaked to the internet for Xbox Live. So, like, ready to go. They're just trying to get the details. Yeah, the licensing details worked out. And then they, Microsoft and Rare let Banjo-Kazooie come into Smash. Like, there's all this, like, assistance with each other, like helpfulness. But we'll see what happens with the cross-play. And I would think that it should play pretty nicely together because the Switch can run it.
Sure.
Without, like, chugging too hard, so.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited.
What have you been playing?
I did get the new Kirby Forgotten Lands.
Okay, I haven't played that.
And that's pretty fun, especially with a kid. Mm-hmm. The problem is the co-op character is a Waddle Dee, and he's just like...
A Waddle Dee?
He's just the little red fat guy that just walks around with a staff.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Stick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But so the main player plays as Kirby, and then the co-op person just plays as Waddle Dee, and like he just gets dragged wherever Kirby goes. So like he's helpful, but when my daughter is playing as Kirby and I'm just sitting here with the stick, like I'm honestly just like defending her, like running around, being her little I'll use the correct term. Being her little bodyguard.
Gotcha.
But
Gotcha.
she can run faster and stuff. So like she'll fly and like I'm just chasing her,
Sure.
trying to fend off all the bad guys.
Sure. Can she run away from you?
Yeah. And if
Okay.
you get far enough away from each other, you get like
Teleported?
back to Kirby.
Okay.
It's not bad. It's fine. It's better than like Mario and Mario Odyssey, where like the co-op player is the cap. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
What else did I get? I got Zelda Skyward Sword. It's the second Zelda I've actually played a lot. Third Zelda. So it's the Zelda came out on the Wii after Twilight Princess. I played Twilight Princess and almost beat it. Really liked it. It's my first Zelda ever. Skyward Sword, I was in college at the time, so I didn't have time, so I never got it. And finally I bought it. I actually think I have it on Wii, but I never played it. I got it on Switch. I put a bunch of time into it. It's a little finicky with the controls. But it's a really fun game. It's kind of clunky. It's got some weird, like, you can get lost. I have a guide, so I get help when I need it. But it's fun if you like that kind of stuff. Otherwise, I can definitely see it being what the lesser liked Zelda.
Okay. How so? Like, why is it lesser? Is it just the story?
The story is weird.
gameplay?
The controls are clunky as hell. So
Okay.
Skyward Sword was meant... So it took Twilight Princess and kind of made it a decent... I wouldn't know if I'd call it a sequel because it's a little bit different story, but it's a good progression because then the Wii... I don't know if you had a Wii, but the Wiimote Plus came out, which was an attachment to add 2 more layers of gyroscope, like 2 more axes.
Oh, I didn't know.
So you had true one-to-one gyroscope of your hand movement.
Okay.
So they wanted to do it so you like literally had a sword in one hand and a shield.
Okay.
And so you would use the Wiimote just like Wii Sports, right?
Sure.
And you would use your sword and shield hand and you were really battling all the bad guys.
Gotcha.
And it maybe worked back then, but on the Switch, they have that. I'd play with the Pro Controller because I'm not going to stand up at 11 o'clock at night and
actually do some physical fighting.
yeah, I'm drinking and I'm just wanting to hang out and relax. So the controls are very finicky with your right joystick. If you flick it, is the direction of your sword.
Okay.
It's not horrible. It's like Star Fox Zero. You get used to it and then it becomes easy-ish. But then the camera following and like zooming and lock is kind of finicky too, where you can't fully see where you're stepping. It was a big problem with that era of game platform. Like PS1 had the problem, GameCube, like that whole weird camera lock behind trying to walk on a tightrope.
Yeah,
just sucked. Otherwise, if you're into Zelda and you haven't played it, it's a good game to try. That's probably cheap on the used copy. Otherwise, man, I haven't played it recently, but Diablo Immortal had me hooked for at least a few weeks of like every day.
Okay. I played it for a couple of weeks, but I didn't play it religiously. I did play it for a couple of days, quite a bit, and I still have it downloaded. I just haven't gone back to it.
What level did you get to?
I don't know. I'd have to.
I'm about level 35 or 38.
I know I'm not that high.
Okay.
I think I might be down in the 20s somewhere.
Did you know how far you got level wise? Like in the map? Okay. I got to the sand place. I'm about to beat it.
I believe I made it to the sand place, to be honest. Go on.
Oh, what I started was I tried to... If you just crush the story, you can kind of progress decently quick. But if you do some of the side things or some side quests and side story building, or at least like armor building, it'll kind of take you off in these little side quests that are 10 to 30 minutes. And so you can kind of get lost with those. I am not a fan of the loot box. Like, to do anything, you have to go this other place and click this other button. Like, I just want to play. Just if I made loot, just give it to me. Stop making me go and find it and click it. Because some of them are 3 to 4 clicks deep in your menu system to try to get your loot for the loot box. It's super annoying.
So, I think that's kind of something that I need to do. I think that I need to just focus on the actual story, and then I can stay pushing forward. Versus I would get distracted by doing some side missions, and then when I would get done with that side mission, I'd be done.
Yeah.
Versus if I was sticking to the story, I would probably keep wanting to get to the next part, if that makes sense. Whereas I got done with the side mission, it was like, all right, cool beans. I'm done playing right now. I'm going to go do whatever else.
And all these people are flipping out about the whole like it costs XYZ, billions of dollars to be amazing, and I'm like,
Right.
why would I would never spend money on
Correct.
this game?
Correct.
All I do, so I pick up everything I can, and then I sell it or whatever. But anything that would upgrade me, I click it. I don't care what I look like. I don't care what it is. I'm just adding crap
Yeah.
to make me stronger, and I'm going back out. Like I don't care what weapon I have,
Yeah.
armor, whatever. I just have the strongest whatever I picked up.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing as well. But I agree with you completely that anyone who's frustrated that it costs tens of real money, tens of thousands of dollars to fully upgrade your character, well, then just don't do it.
Yeah, don't
Just
play
relax.
this game.
You can play the entire campaign without spending a dime. So just do that. Play this cool free game. Enjoy this next iteration of Diablo, and then give them the middle finger afterwards. You don't have to ever pay for anything. They built you technically a free game that they are using to make millions of dollars every single week, because they do have enough incentive in there to get a bunch of people, and specifically whales, to just dump money on them, because there are people out there who have endless money. I don't know who these people are, who are so into Diablo that they're willing to spend $16,000 on some armor, but that's not us. We're never going to do that.
Yeah, I would never.
So I wouldn't, anyone who wants to complain about it, they just play it for free. You don't have to pay any money for it.
Yeah, I have a hard time paying like $5 for an app.
Yeah, absolutely.
But look how long it took us to get this game. What is it? 2 years? We talked about it. It was announced when we were podcasting.
Yes.
Which is like 2 years ago.
Yes.
The graphics are good.
Mm-hmm.
Once your maps are downloaded, the loading's not horrible.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of spots where it'll slow down with too many characters, but I played it on my iPad and my phone, and I obviously prefer my iPad because the bigger screen, but I have no problem with it. The story I'm enjoying. Like, I love Diablo. I love StarCraft. I love Warcraft. I'm like a wannabe hardcore fan,
Sure.
but I couldn't tell you people's names.
Sure.
I couldn't tell you the storyline, but I enjoy just being in that world.
Mm-hmm.
So like, this game's really fun, and I'm excited for Diablo 4. I have Diablo 1, 2, and 3, and I got X hours into them. I never beat 3.
I beat 3.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
you had it on Xbox, though, right?
Yeah, I had it on Xbox, and I specifically beat it during a time that I didn't have internet access, so I was able to play that game offline because I was out in the country at this time and blah 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 blah, but I was able to just focus on just this one game and just pound all the way through it. And I really liked it a lot. I thought it was tons of fun. Now, more people afterwards said, "Oh, you didn't play it online?" I'm like, no, I never did. Like, well, you missed out on like everything. I was like, well, I had a good time with the campaign. I liked the campaign a lot. The whole story and all the cutscenes. Oh, the cutscenes are so incredible. So I enjoyed the story a lot. I have heard that I missed out on a lot of, let's say, end game content, where you get done with the campaign and then afterwards, then you continue to build your character up and do all that extra stuff.
There was some DLC afterward, depending on when you had it offline.
I bought it after all of that stuff came out.
Oh, so you had the Bone Crusher, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I played through all of the extended DLCs and stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
I think Diablo 3 was the last Blizzard gem before they got bought up by Activision, and have just kind of started a like toxic work environment, kind of Activision-y. I mean, I'm assuming Blizzard had their own issues before Activision, but like that was like the last pedestal game from Blizzard, kind of like what Rare had, and now Warcraft 2 Reforged has got a lot of hate on it. I still want to get it and play it, or not Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3 Reforged. I still want a Warcraft 2 remaster.
Yeah, well, it does have a lot of people frustrated with it because they false advertised what it was going to be. They would show video of gameplay. They said, this is gameplay. This is what we're remastering. This is what we're doing. and then it came out and was nothing like that. That's why people were so frustrated with it.
I heard it was very buggy when Warcraft 3 Reforged came out, and then the cutscenes weren't like you're buying a remaster, but then a bunch of the cutscenes were never remastered. So that came out after Diablo 3, obviously, and whatever. They've had their downhill and a lot of issues internally with employee.
I think it had a lot to do with them being connected with Activision. I think Activision just kicked them right in the knees and turned them into their corporate overlord-like mentality, which is just kick out product because they will buy it and consume product, and that's it. That's it.
Sure, yeah, like the old. I mean, it's happened with Rare, but they kind of had a self-folding in on themselves from pushing too hard. But they used to take their time. Like they would announce a game, and people were just like, "Well, whenever it comes out." And sure enough, it was always late, 1 to 2 years late. But then when it came out, like the final product at launch was a almost final product. Like there was no real good patches afterward in the old stuff because it was just pretty damn good.
Right.
And nowadays people release whatever because they can just patch it afterward.
Right. And that I think is a massive frustration to so many people, that so many big games recently have all come out as complete flops. Sure. I mean, like Destiny had so much hype about it when it first came out. Even Destiny 2, when it first came out, was a huge flop. Both Destiny and Destiny 2 needed DLCs about a year later to fix them and turn them into a much better game that they are now. But Cyberpunk, they're still trying to figure out how to climb out of that hole that they made.
What are you talking about? They've already announced another game.
Yeah, I know. No, I love that. I like how they just decided we're moving on to the next game. We can't fix this thing. God.
But, anything else? You play mobile, or are you kind of busy with work?
I am playing a decent amount of mobile. My favorite mobile game is actually not Diablo Immortal. It's a game called T3 Arena. It's an arena shooter. Do you know what that genre is?
Would it be like Quake 3 Arena, where it's like a small free for? Oh,
no, that would make sense. I like where you went with it. And maybe I'm using the wrong term, but it's what is the game? It's when you have heroes in it that they stay the same throughout the entire game. I'm trying to think of a couple of examples.
Like Warcraft 3 had heroes?
No, not like that. It's like, do you know what Paladins is, the game?
Yeah, we played it. I played it a couple times.
There we go. Overwatch and Paladins. Both of those games.
Okay, yeah, like 5v5 kind of.
Correct. And I think in this game it might be 5v5. I think it's 3v3 actually. But either way, it might even have different size teams. Doesn't matter. But the main thing is that you have a hero that you can pick in between, let's say, 15 heroes or whatever. And that hero, you don't upgrade them. You don't change their guns. They just have the powers that they have and the guns that they have, the different abilities that they have. And then you use those different characters to help your different team win. Like you got some healers, you got some snipers, you got some big tanks and stuff like that. And you just kind of play to whatever side that you like a lot, whether it be like supporting people or doing, I enjoy it a lot because it's, again, completely free. I got no money or no skin in the game. And it's a great product, to play anywhere on the fly whenever I want. I really enjoy it quite a bit.
So you have the one side. You're not playing with other people on your team.
You are.
Oh, so it is. You have to then dedicate X minutes to load up your 3v3. So it's you and two other real players versus you, two or three other real players.
Yeah, but it loads instantly.
Okay, but it's not like you have one hero and then you have two people that you pick, like a sniper or a healer, and then like 1v1, but it's you have a team of people.
Right. So when you first start the game, they're going to give you an option to pick your different characters. So I'm gonna pick a sniper and all of his different abilities that come with that character. And then some other people, they're going to pick either their favorite characters or try to play off of what has already been picked. Okay, we have a sniper and a healer. Let's get a tank or someone who's at close range. That way they kind of fill out this team. And that's probably, if you were going to be serious about it, that's what you would do. For the most part, these are all just mobile gamers. They don't give a crap. They're just picking their favorite character and then just running, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's like Splatoon, where it's just like, oh, let's just pick all the same character.
That's exactly what it is. You're just going to pick your favorite character and you're going to run. Because you like the abilities, you think that they look cool, whatever it is, and then you're just going to play with them, and then either your team's going to win or it's going to lose. Whereas I think if you were really serious about it, which I'm not, but if you were really serious about it, you would always make sure like your team is built in a certain way, and maybe you even communicate with your team, because that is something that cool that they have built into the game, is the ability to just use your phone as your mic to be able to talk to other players, like your team and stuff like that. I just mute everybody, so it doesn't matter. Usually, most people don't. It's very rare for me to hear another player talking, because I think when you're just picking up and playing, you're not really serious about it. Like, I'm picking this up because I'm in line, or I'm waiting for someone to get done with something. So I pick up this game, I have a fun time, blowing away some people, and then I, go about my day. But if you were going to, I guess, sit down on a couch and play it like you were going to play an Xbox, then at that point, yeah, you probably would want to communicate with your team and talk with them.
Yeah.
Maybe build a good system that you can, win 18 games in a row or something.
So is that game on consoles or just mobile?
It's just on mobile right now. It might be on PC as well. I think it's only on Android and iOS, if I'm correct, currently.
Do you think it'll come out for Windows Phone?
No.
Oh, boy.
No, I do not. But it's a fun game. I like it.
My daughter, I don't know how this came up, but she's like, Dad, can I watch you play that game with the lady and there's snakes and there's spiders? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't have a game that sounds scary for you. Like, why would I have a game like that? And then she's like, well, let me show you. And she like flips my phone, and it's Lara Croft Go.
Oh, I haven't played this.
So I'm in this Discord group of the old Gaming on 10. There's a couple guys, Don and Nick, and I'm a really cheapskate. I don't like paying for mobile games.
Sure.
I guess I don't mind if I know I'll like them, but like, I think it was like $5 for Lara Croft Go, or buy the 3-pack of Go games, Lara Croft, Deus Ex, Hitman, for 10. And I was like, well, it'd be dumb of me to not buy all of them.
Yeah.
If I like them, because they're all puzzle games.
Oh.
And so and they always make fun of me for being too cheap to buy. He's like, do you get satisfied? Do you get your entertainment value out? I'm like, well, yeah. And he's like, well, then why do you have a problem paying? I'm like, well, I don't want to buy a game because you can't return it. So I was like, I don't want to buy a game that's going to suck. Mm-hmm. But I watched a bunch of gameplay footage, like playthroughs. And I was like, okay, I can do this. So I did buy it. And then it's a very fun series of Go games from, is it Crystal Dynamics? They're up in Canada. They just got purchased by that acquisition.
I think it is Crystal Dynamics.
They all got purchased by that European gaming company.
I don't know.
I forgot who it was, but they now have like Lara Croft and Legacy of Kain.
I know what you're talking about, because I talked
that acquisition
with you about it, but I don't remember.
Just got that studio.
Yeah.
Square. That's who I think sold it to them.
Square Enix?
I think Square owned it. And they sold off like all the stuff that wasn't Final Fantasy, like
You're right.
first party.
That's exactly what it was. But then that kind of breathed life into some games for you, like Legacy Kain has a possibility of coming back now.
They've talked about Lara Croft, which she's had a bunch of reboots. She's had some movies. I actually have not played the newer Lara Croft games on Xbox, because I don't really have my Xbox running.
They're good. They're really good games.
They look good graphics.
They're knockoffs essentially of that's the PS game that everybody
Uncharted.
likes. Uncharted. Yeah, they're knockoff Uncharted games, but they're really good.
But like,
it doesn't make them bad.
I tried, obviously, when all that happened, I was like, oh my God, what about Lara Croft, Tomb Raider 1? I want to just go play that again. Mm-hmm. You can't play it anywhere. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess maybe on PlayStation, but like...
The original, yeah.
I have my original somewhere boxed up, but like, they used to have it on your iPhone. They took it away after an OS update. Oh. So like, you can't go find it. You have to, I don't have my PlayStation. I don't have a PS4 or 5, so I couldn't go load it up. But my daughter really likes the Tomb Raider or the Lara Croft Go game. The Hitman one is obviously taking out hitmen, like snipe them and stuff.
Yeah.
So probably not a good game for her to watch. Although there's no blood, like it's almost like chess pieces moving.
Oh.
And then Deus Ex is the same. It's like this: you have to move on these certain lines and tiles, and there's other NPC like bad people, and kind of like Commandos or Metal Gear Solid, where they had that visual cone. They can't do anything unless they're next to you. Sure, or they move onto your square. So it's kind of like a fun puzzle game. Like I said, it's like almost like chess pieces moving or checkers.
A strategy game.
Yeah,
puzzle strategy. Gotcha. Very cool.
So that was a great buy. I got through all the games almost 99%. So some of them are really hard.
So you actually went through all of them. You didn't just go through Lara Croft's.
Yeah, no, I beat Hitman. I'm at the end of Deus Ex, and I beat Tomb Raider, or Lara Croft, but they added another, like, if you're looking at the levels or in books, there's like 5 books. Once you beat the story, that adds a book, and so there's like even harder levels. So I haven't beat that. Usually have to find the tutorial like on the YouTube to figure out how to beat a couple. They're very tricky. There's always like these. It's a very simple map, and then like you just rack your brain for hours trying to figure out, and then finally you go on YouTube and it's like, really? That was it? That was the move I didn't do? Okay, thank you.
Nice.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for today. We had some good gaming talk in, and next time we'll talk about all these TV shows and other things that we've both watched. Although
that's one thing I've been doing a lot of.
By next week, you better finish Stranger Things.
Yeah, I meant to. I meant to do it. I was fully planning on doing it, and then I got caught up with other TV shows and completely forgot that I didn't watch the last episode of Stranger Things. I don't know how it ends.
Okay, all I want to say is, but I know you got to get going, but Stranger Things season 4 is the trailer made me think it was overproduced. Like, who's the guy that blows things up a lot? Not James Cameron.
Oh, Michael Bay.
Like, it was like it's Michael Bay kind of shenanigans. It is one of the best seasons.
I think it is the best season. The first season is
magic,
pure gold. Yeah. So it has to be number 2 then, because it is so good. I don't want to say it's better than the first season.
Okay,
but it's dynamite.
I will agree with you. It is so good though.
Yeah.
Dang.
Man, it's good. I fully agree. I need to watch the ending. I need to know how it ends. Okay.
All right, Steve.
We'll
thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
We'll have you back on. We'll talk some more TV show gaming stuff. And we also have to update on some pinball news.
Yeah. I actually got to play some of these games instead of just looking at them.
Well, and you sold a game.
That's true. I did sell a game. Yeah. We can talk about that too.
So, all right. Bye, Steve.
All right. See ya.